Hello, my name is Marquisador. No one knows me, but that's irrelevant right now. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about the announcement of Warlords of Draenor and the pricing as well as the release date, which was just announced today. And I've seen a lot of, not a lot, but I've seen some controversy over it, and I wanted to give my 2 cents because I too have some feelings about it. So anyway, this tank needs to stop letting me get hit. Alright, so first of all, the biggest thing I think people are noticing, or I guess getting upset about, or at least being concerned about, is the price. Instead of the normal $40 fee for the expansion, it's now $50. And when I first saw that, I was like, okay, this is a little weird. I don't, like, why why are they pricing it at this level? Because since BC, since the very first expansion, it's always been $40 an expansion. That's never changed until now. And Warlords of Draenor is not any different than any other expansion. It's just it's a new expansion, new stuff, new zones, new levels, new raids, etc. You get the point. Like, it's just there's nothing too crazy about it compared to any other expansion. I mean, yeah, we'll be getting new models and whatnot, but I mean, it's still just part of the expansion. So then people are trying to justify it by saying, oh, well, you're getting the free level 90 boost, included, whatnot. Oops, did not mean to aggro that dude. Anyway, so you're getting that, right? So then it's not as bad, but that's false advertising in my opinion, because they said it's included with the fee, which I guess technically it is, but the fee has always been $40. And another thing that people are countering people's arguments against why, like people saying it shouldn't be this price, is that it's only $10. Why are you freaking out about $10? If you can't afford to pay an extra $10, then you shouldn't be playing to begin with. I mean, that's not, it's dumb to be upset about that small of a price change. And my opinion on that is, it's really not about the $10, it's the principle. I don't think people are actually upset about, like, people are going to pay $10 extra. People that were going to buy the expansion in the first place, they're going to buy it regardless. It doesn't matter. None of that's going to change, and I'm one of those people. But it's not about the $10. It's about the principle. It's about the fact that that has never changed before, and now it all of a sudden does. And, people really just feel cheated, because it's like, I mean, yes, they never said it was going to be $40 for this expansion, but I guess I would say it's safe to assume that it would be that price because of history. What, you got BC, you've got Wrath of the Lich King, Kata, and Pandaria. Those are, what, 4 expansions? 3 or 4, I don't know, I can't count. Anyway, like, several expansions, all at the same price. Why should that change now? That's what people are upset about. And then, like, the people saying it's, oh, you're getting a free level 90 boost or whatever, I guess you're paying $10 instead of $60 for the 90 boost, is dumb, because that was advertised in the sense that it wouldn't be extra, that it would be the normal fee and it would be the same. And, like, I mean, yeah, pretty much everyone that's complaining they're still gonna buy the expansion. I'm still gonna buy the expansion. It's not like I can't afford to pay $10 extra. It's that it's more about the principle. Like I said, why? Like, why would you change something that's been the same for so long? That's what people are upset about, and I am too. Like, I'm not that mad. If there was more reason for it, and they were backing it up with, like, okay, look, we're adding $10 because of this or that, and they had, like, an actual reason for doing so, instead of saying, hey, we're Blizzard, we make the product, we set the price, you pay for it, you're gonna buy it regardless, pretty much. So deal with it. It's nice. People want to know why things change when they've been the same for so long. Like, most people don't like change. You get accustomed to something, and when it, like, out of nowhere completely changes, or changes even a little bit, you get upset about it. History can prove that with just about anything, especially this game specifically. People get upset when stuff changes drastically. So yeah, that's, like, my opinion on the pricing. It's not like an extra $10 is out of line for them. It's just why after several years of the same scheme of pricing and the same pricing model, you know, why would you change that? That's what I don't get. And like if they would have said up front, you know, the 90 boost is gonna be, it's gonna be a part of it, but it's not gonna be free because it's technically, I mean, I guess technically it's not free because you're paying 10 extra bucks than you normally would be. Then people wouldn't be upset about that, I don't think. And a lot of people are saying, well, why can't you just make a version of the game without the 90 boost for $40? Because lots of people, myself included, really don't care about that 90 boost. I mean, I would prefer to level my characters myself. I don't mind. It's not hard. It doesn't take that long. And I already have most of the characters I want to 90, so I think it's fine that they're doing that 90 boost. There's a whole nother set of controversy surrounding that. But my basic opinion on that is it allows people to get their friends into the game quicker and into the actual content, and I think that's great. Yes, it creates a whole new wave of problems with people not knowing how to play their class and just issues surrounding that. But on the, you know, Blizzard's intent, I mean, obviously they're trying to make money, but their main intent for like functionality of it was so that, you know, people could get into the game quicker, be less intimidated, and people could get their friends into the game. Which is definitely true. I have that problem with trying to get people I know to play. They're like, dude, it's like 90 levels, no thanks. I don't want to spend forever leveling that up, you know, and this is a way to fix that. But anyway, back onto the topic of Warlords of Draenor. So yeah, the different price, that's weird, I guess. They have their reasons. I think it's kind of odd. I don't really agree with it, but again, I mean, I'm going to pay for it, obviously. Everyone else is going to pay for it. That price isn't going to change. Even if everyone, like, there was a poll on MMO Champion where most people said no, but you can say whatever you want. Unless you, like, take an action to do something, it's not going to change anything. And, you know, there's not much you can do anyway. So, it's more, like I said, it's more the principle. It's more the fact that we're used to this pricing, and out of nowhere it changes, and then people feel cheated or lied to. But now onto the topic of the release date. They actually posted, along with this article, about the price, the projected release date. You know, it's not the actual release date, but they basically are saying by December 20th of 2014, which is the last day of fall. So they say a fall release date. That's fair enough. So that's, again, people are, myself included, kind of like, okay, this is a little weird, because at BlizzCon and like for a while now, Blizzard has been like pushing the whole idea they want to release content faster, they want to release expansions faster, etc. And that's kind of been true in, at least in the life of this expansion of Mist of Pandaria. They've released content much faster, I think. They pushed out content patches and everything quicker than they have in the past, and that's been great. And they said they were planning to go ahead with that with Warlords of Draenor and push that out faster. And that's great too, but now that's not the case, because a fall projection for release date being that it's no later than December 20th, 2014 means that's just as long as Mist of Pandaria's, or longer than Mist of Pandaria's you know, production time and actual release date, because fall starts around like the September 22nd, I think. So that would be the earliest technical day that it could be released based off what they say with the fall release date. So even then, that puts it at the same time Pandaria came out. That's not any faster, that's the same. And I mean, that wouldn't be too bad, but the way they were talking it up and talking about pushing out content faster, and they said that, you know, at BlizzCon they were talking about how they were farther ahead in production at that point with Warlords of Draenor than they were with Mist of Pandaria in, you know, during BlizzCon the year before. It leads you to believe that, oh, okay, this is going to come out pretty soon, which is great, you know. So like, I know it's not in beta yet or anything, but, you know, with that being said, you kind of, at least I got the notion that, okay, this is going to come out before Mist of Pandaria release, like in that time frame. It'll be earlier than that, so, you know, late summer. Not, you know, not early fall or late fall, so you would expect it maybe in August or maybe even in late July or something like that. You know, it seems kind of crazy now because it's not in beta, but the way they were talking about it made it feel like that, I guess. And I know that's an opinion, but I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person who feels that way. Anyway, so it's like, alright, you know, they even said, like, they don't want to have another situation like in Wrath of the Lich King, where we had ICC for like a whole entire year before Cataclysm came out. But with this release model, that's going to happen because Siege of Orgrimmar came out, I don't even know when it came out, but it's been out for a couple months now already. And at this rate, the earliest we're going to see Warlords is in September. That's almost a full year of Siege of Orgrimmar, so that's no different than ICC. And I mean, I don't know about other people, but lots of people are already clearing Siege of Orgrimmar, or already have cleared Siege of Orgrimmar on heroic mode. Not myself included, but plenty of people have gotten through that content, and like casual people who just do LFR and stuff, obviously they're already done with that content. I mean, if you have alts, you can level those up and whatnot, but eventually people are going to start getting bored of the current content if they aren't already. I mean, Siege of Orgrimmar has been out long enough for most people to experience it as much as they want, you know. I mean, I know there's still plenty of guilds that haven't cleared in heroic mode, but that's not going to take that much longer to do, you know. Give it a couple more months and just about everyone who wanted to do heroic mode will already be done with that. And then what do they have to do then? Nothing. Yeah, you have a new season of PvP, but not everybody PvPs, and if you don't PvP, what do you have nothing to do at that point. The game becomes stale and stagnant. Plenty of people, I'm sure, have already gotten bored of the game because they've already cleared Siege of Orgrimmar on the difficulty they want to, you know. They've fulfilled their desire or need for raid progression, so now they're just left with pretty much nothing. Like, what do I do now? There's no content, there's no new raids, the dungeons are a joke, and they have been for a couple of patches now. Like, they're so easy, and there's no new dungeons, and heroic scenarios are just a means to cap my valor quickly, and that's it. Like, it's boring, it's all the same stale, repeated stuff. We need, you know, it's a MMO, the game model, you need more content constantly to be pushed into the game, and they even, like, Blizzard was talking about that, like I said. They want to push more content out faster, which is great, but it doesn't seem like they're able to do that now. I don't know if that's because they bit off more than they could chew with Warlords of Draenor. You know, they have the models that they're working on. I know that's a lot of work, and I totally respect that, and I'm really happy that they're doing that, but I mean, I don't know, it just feels it's not a good feeling. And lots of people are saying, you know, even back during BlizzCon when they announced Warlords of Draenor, they're like, well, you know, what new content are we really getting? You're just taking the storyline and completely changing it, making it time travel, and then we're just going to Outland before Outland, which is known as Draenor. Like, what, you know, there's no new classes, there's really nothing new coming out. It's more like, okay, the new models are pretty much one of the biggest highlights of the expansion. You've got garrisons. I think it's called garrisons. I don't know, the player housing, whatever they call it. That's a new thing. But other than that, I mean, what's really happening? That's really revolutionary or new, because, like, we got the monk class expansion, or in Cata they revamped like everything and they added 2 new races, and before that in Wrath we got the hero class, the Death Knight, and before that in BC you got the Draenei and the Blood Elf, and it's just, now it's like new models, garrisons, a new place to explore, but the new place to explore is just normal, that should always be there. So people are, you know, they're just like, you know, what is so hard about this expansion that's making it take so long, you know. But anyway, I just wanted to touch on that. I mean, I think the $10 increase is kind of weird, but it's whatever, we can deal with it. People are still gonna buy it, and the release date is kind of annoying, but you know, I'd rather them take their time and do it right than push it out too quick. It boils down to that whole principle, like, you know, you were basically told one thing and it didn't end up happening. So I think that's the heart of why people are upset. But we'll see what happens. You know, maybe it'll come out sooner than we think. Anyway, that's it for this. If anyone listened to this, thanks for listening to my rant. If you have any opinions or feedback, just comment below. And yeah.